questions, please.
Bob Shaka, sort of sound like you last game derided his team's toughness and aggressiveness. Did you get what you wanted in those areas today?
Well, we made some shots again. I think when you make shots, you like to play defense better. We were flying around pretty good today. It's kind of like what we were doing before. We kind of weren't. But, Beto came in, gave us a big lift, made some shots. That helps. JC made some shots.
Beto got hurt late in the first half. Did you think you could get him in the second half? There was a point it didn't look like he played.
Well, I knew if there was any way he could play, he would. He's a tough little guy.
More pleased with the offense the second half of the defense?
Well, I thought both. We went to a matchup to try to stop. They were getting way too much penetration, and I thought we did a pretty good job for just putting it in. We just put it in this week, and I thought it was good for us. And then we made some shots. I mean, we ran better offense. Every time in the first half that we'd score and we'd run offense, and then we come down two times and not run offense. And we get pretty good shots when we run offense.
Although when you didn't make shots, you got offensive rebounds. With the lineup for Texas, it's that long up front. How do you dominate the offensive guys?
We work at it. Logan was terrific. He not just got some rebounds for us, but he kept them from getting rebounds, which is really critical. Sags was really good, obviously. And water. And I thought, when we get Issa back, kind of back to where he should be, he's a very good rebounding three-man. So I think all those things.
Will there be a point when he gets more comfortable that you can play him 2, 3, maybe even 4, depending on other team, what your guys are doing?
We can play him at 3-4. We're not going to play him at 2, I don't think. Maybe if we're playing matchup and we need a stop or something, but.
Coach, early in the second half, for I don't know, maybe the first 4 or 5 minutes, whatever, they cut it to like 7 or 8 or something, and it looked like it was just going to be one of those ugly kind of grinded out things. What was the difference? What got you guys going at that point to just, take care of it?
Well, we got second chance opportunities. We were able to turn them over a little bit, and we made some shots. I mean, we actually tried to run the offense we're supposed to run, and not, whoever gets it shoots it. We spend a lot of time, obviously, scouting people. We spend a lot of time with our guys in breakdown and 5-on-5 situations of knowing what they're going to do so that we're better equipped to take care of it. And we had some breakdowns, but I told them after the last game, man, if you don't know what you're doing, then come over and sit down. I'm done with, give me another chance. I'm done with, but I got screened. That's part of our game. Don't get screened. So I thought from that standpoint we were way better.
There was a point earlier in the season when you were unhappy with Sags, I guess, performance in practice or whatever, and sat him for that game. And you look from that point to to what he's doing now, have you ever seen anything happen like this? I don't know if quickly is the right word, but I mean, it seems like it's happened really quickly for him from that point to this point.
Well, I told you a year ago, I thought that the language barrier really hurt him. I think it hurt him and it hurt Magic, both of them. And, you know, his English is pretty good now. I mean, he knows a lot of words he probably shouldn't know. No, he learned his dastardly teammates. He's good. I mean, he's a talented guy. He's a talented guy. We just can't let him. We've had a tendency to kind of play good and then think we're better than what we are, and then not do the things we need to do. I think as we get in league play, you know, we've got veteran officials who know the difference between a block and a foul. You know, and so I think that's helped him. I mean, we all know that early on when we had a bunch of young guys in there, they were blowing their whistle right and left and come out and were scratching their head. They weren't sure what they were supposed to call them, but, you know, you have to have those guys because they're going to get better and they're going to be good officials hopefully down the road, and if they're not, then they probably won't be in our league. But I think that's helped him. I mean, just like it helps, you know, any shot blocker.
You mentioned you spend time breaking things down in the likes of, when you have Saginaw going against Bamba, what do you do to get him ready for that? I mean, how, and by ready, I don't necessarily mean physically, but...
Well, the biggest way that Bamba scores is off of penetration. They're really good at penetrating and making you help up, and when you help up, they throw the ball over your head and he dunks it. He got a bunch of those in their last game. So, you know, we work on faking at the guy but not losing contact to where, you know, it's harder for him to throw it up at the rim and have him get it. And another thing that happens is when you help up, then all of a sudden he's on the inside. You know, the defense, that's part of the advantage the defense has is on a shot, they're on the inside. But when you constantly have to help up, then you're not on the inside anymore, and he's able to rebound it. And he's got such great hands. He controls the ball really well while he's in the air. But I mean, basically with that, and then knowing what they're running, what set they're running to get a ball screen for them. And it's kind of normal stuff.
Bob, is this the best free throw shooting team you've had?
Let's don't please jinx them. They've been the most diligent at making sure they made their 100 a day. They've been very diligent with that, and you know, Dax has shot it better. He started a year off not shooting it very well, and he has historically not been a very good free throw shooter. But you know, you think Lamont ought to be able to make free throws. That JC, Dax, Beetle. I mean, we got Issa. You know, we got guys that ought to be able to make free throws.
Bob, for I mean, personnel reasons, you've only been able to play so many guys off the bench for much of the season, and you know, maybe you had to tax it further times because of the way you press or how much you press. But ideally now, knowing this is who you have probably the rest of the way, and maybe you can get more out of this person here and this person there. Do you have an idea how far you want to stretch?
After we lose two, Mike, you know, we played really bad in the second half. You got to wonder, is fatigue part of it? You know, and so I told them, you know, you guys got to know what you're doing. I'm not going to put you in, you don't know what you're doing, but you guys know what you're doing, we're going to play you. I thought Chase gave us really good minutes. You know, I don't think he scored much, but defensively he was good. He knows what he's doing. I thought he gave us good minutes. Obviously, Beetle gave us good minutes. We played everybody tonight I could play. D'Angelo came in and played some before, you know, kind of clean-up time. And we're going to try to get, you know, some minutes out of him. You know, we should get Teddy back and get kind of almost back to full strength. Depends on Depends on Beetle's situation.
Anything else?
Does that afford you greater luxuries defensively? I mean, it should help you offensively, I guess, get some fresh legs and all, but that would also help on defense.
Yeah, I mean, when you play in space as much as we do, obviously athleticism comes into play. So you try to do things to limit the amount of area that some of those guys have to cover, if that makes sense. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I thought I got fired. I mean, I go to come in the door and the guy opens the door for me and says, you can't go in. I mean, what do you mean? You can't come in? I said, I come in this door every game. He said, well, you can't come in. So I said, well, are you prepared to coach the team? Now I'm trying to call Shane. I can't get Shane on the phone to, I mean, I'm thinking maybe I got fired, didn't know it, That's happened before to me. And then I see Coach Nealon, right, and he's, as should be, he's got a bunch of people around him, and he comes over and passed me on the chest and said, this guy here should have coached football. And then I'm thinking, am I supposed to switch? I mean, what am I supposed to do? So, yeah, it's been a hard day, Justin. So.